Everyone, so Heroscape here today with update number 27, and with it being a Friday, the update is amazing. It's pretty cool. Seriously, let's get into it. None shall resist the will of Utgar. Dun dun dun. And what do we have? Hey yo! Oh, this is so sick. Look at this, you guys. Look at this freaking concept art. Like, I am just... Oh, man. So cool. Oh, man, you guys. This is Raylan. This is Raylan. Now... we kind of saw that coming with the other heroes being brought on to continue in through the lore. Oh wow, this is such a cool lion saber-tooth, flying lion saber-tooth creature. Like, what in the heck? Like, so this is very clearly Raylan, and here's why. And it's an evil Raylan. Now, this is something that's been obviously guessed at. Oh, that's a cool angle there. This is something that has been obviously guessed at simply because we got the other heroes. That we would also get an updated Raylan, but we had a few people also guessing that it would be an evil Raylan. We know in the lore that Raylan was possessed by Kimoshi being used by an amulet, and so because of that, she fought against Sergeant Drake and the others. That's confirmed. We know that. So the fact that it happened again is insane. You'll notice she's got this amulet around her neck. Now that amulet, right here in the center, that amulet matches the design of the amulet that was controlling her at the time that she was fighting against Jandar's forces when she was fighting for Kimoshi. Now her wings were the first thing. I was kind of like, sure, okay, it's Raylan, I guess, maybe, but the wings were throwing me off because those are very clearly feathered wings. And if we look at a picture of her from Storm of the Morrow, you'll notice that, again, very clearly metallic, right? I mean, she's got like these little knobs and things, almost like hinges in her wings there. They're just very metallic. And you also have Kelda, who has metallic looking wings. But if you look at Konkan and Sentinels of Jandar, they have feathered wings. And so on the Discord, they were saying, well, it's not confirmed, but it's plausible, and it's very possible that in the lore, that they could explain away her metallic wings by saying, well, her wings were armored. And I think that's a legitimate opportunity, right? I mean, again, you've got those little knobs like hinges, so maybe those are what's attaching the armor to the wing itself, right? If you've got, maybe some sort of, I don't know, something that's attaching the armor to the wing, where those little knobs are, could definitely see that being a thing. So then when you come back here, it just makes a lot of sense. She's a Kiri, obviously. She has feathered wings, similar to Konkan and the Sentinels of Jandar, and her and Kelda just had armored wings for whatever reason. And that all aligns. Now, I was still not sold because I was like, okay, sure, maybe it's an amulet. Okay, all right, wings are feathered. Okay, yeah. But it matches because we've gotten the heroes from all the other Storm of the Morrow up to this point. And I think the biggest confirmation for me that makes this very obviously Raylan is the spear. I don't know if you guys know this, but that is a direct pull from the webisodes. Let's take a look.
High atop a tower in the world of Valhalla, Sergeant Drake Alexander reluctantly fights his friend Raylin, her mind shackled by the mysterious Kimoshi.
See that?
You drew blood, Drake.
I don't...
Let's see.
I hurt you, Raylan.
Right there. Oh,
You don't want to
look at her
hurt
spear.
me, then leave Jandar and join Kimoshi.
That old witch is still
See
alive.
You
that?
think too much.
Yep.
You drew
Amulet.
blood, Drake.
And that
don't
spear.
wanna
Look at the
hurt you,
spear
Raylan.
You
design.
don't want to hurt me, then leave Jandar
That is
and
not
join
the same
Kimoshi.
design as her
That old
Jandar
witch is
spear.
still alive.
You think too much.
Yep. That's confirmation right there, you guys. And the rest of this webisode's awesome. So yeah, go back and watch the rest of this webisode, but I just wanted to prove and show right there. That's not quite it. Anyway, there we go. That's a good one. So take a look at that. Take a look at that spear. That is the design of the spear we're seeing right now. We saw the amulet around her neck. We know she's taken over by Kimoshi. Additionally, at the end, there's something very key about this webisode. After they defeat Kimoshi,
Not a good, did her?
That demon entered my mind. It was a fitting end for her.
With our heroes victorious, order has been restored, and the wicked Kimoshi has been defeated. But for how long?
did you hear that? So, but for how long? The evil Kimoshi has been defeated, but for how long? That is the key. Is they're taking these old webisode content and they're bringing it in. That spear is directly from the webisode, the amulet, the lore of Kimoshi taking control of Raylan, and then Kimoshi being defeated, and then Raylan being brought back under the control of Kimoshi, because it says there at the end, but for how long? So insinuating that Kimoshi would make a return. So now when you come back here after seeing that webisode and you take a look at her spear here, it's very obvious that this is the spear that she used when she was controlled previously. And again, because of that last line by the narrator in the webisode, it says, Kimoshi could come back, right? Additionally, from this angle, something about the helmet, this angle, she's got kind of that fin on top of the helmet. And you'll notice that a similar fin was on her helmet in the webisode. And so the design is consistent with how she was armored, at least from on her head, when she was first controlled versus now when she's controlled again. So those are very, very clear indications. In fact, I don't know for sure, but you see these little holes here, these little dots. This was something else that I was just looking at. There's two. Now those could be just little feathers as part of the design, but they're both in almost the exact same spot on each side, and they're both almost in the exact same spot as those little pegs we were looking at on the wings, as armored wings. I don't see any other little dots on the entire wing anywhere else. Not that defined, not that circular. So the fact that there's two little dots could indicate that that was a wound. Maybe her wings got punctured, almost like a piercing, right? Maybe, like how you pierce your ear or, pierce your lip or your tongue, right? There's a hole that's left over, right? Now it hurts initially, but your body adjusts and gets used to it. So maybe those are piercings from the armor securing onto her wings, right? And indicating that, now she doesn't have armor on her wings. And then also you have the amulet, the fin on the top of the helmet there, right? See the fin right in the middle there. And then the spear, all which are consistent with the webisode. Now, it also looks like there might be some sort of amulet inside the spear as well there. So it's possible there's an additional, mind control there. And then, of course, from the announcement, the fact that it says none shall resist the will of Utgar, I think that makes it, pretty clear. Utgar's will is to mind control and to take over, right? In addition to that, and Carmine also made the comment that he's, in response to some of these people asking this, he says, that amulet, it calls, and the darkness can be enrapturing, difficult to turn away from. The power is immense, and the mind can only fight back for so long. Just a theory. So again, if you go back to the end of that webisode, Raylan was controlled, by Kimoshi. Kimoshi supposedly died, but at the very end it was implied that Kimoshi would be coming back again. So evil Raylan has been mind controlled by Kimoshi again, and this time Utgar's got this chick fighting on his side, and holy crap, he's giving her a steed to be feared. This is gonna be a sick miniature. Absolutely sick miniature. Oh man, I can't wait. Now, I'm not gonna lie, initially I was like, I was thrown off, and I said, consistency wise, it makes sense that they would release Raylan, right? But the wings were throwing me off. I was just like, no, not the same spear. Okay, that's kind of an amulet, whatever. And I was just kind of like, it would make sense that it's Raylan, but it surely can't be, right? Because of the wings. I was really thrown off by that. But again, you take into effect all the other things that align to say that it could be, then I think it makes it very obvious. So we're getting Raylan on some sort of bat saber beast fighting for Utgar. Evil Raylan's been taken over again, and I think it's by Kimoshi. Now, it's possible it could be Nagaxa, but lore-wise, it would make the most sense, I think, for it to be Kimoshi, because it was implied in the webisode that Kimoshi would be coming back anyway. That said, because Kimoshi wasn't a Rise of the Valkyrie hero, I definitely could see them just making it Nagaxa, right? They could write in some lore that Nagaxa, survived, and has, mind shackled her, which is, cool too. So why not, right? It was just interesting because Kimoshi was the one using the amulets to mind control and take over heroes. So it would be more consistent if she were to come back as kind of the ultimate villain. Maybe we'll get a Kimoshi 2.0, which would be sick. Especially because Kimoshi in actual Heroscape is kind of meh. Like, she's cool, but, it's hard to play with her. She doesn't synergize with anything. So it's, you just don't get too much out of her. In the webisode, she's boss, though, and supposed to be this massive, crazy witch that just controls all these, hordes and, is causing all these issues, right? And it's like, but then in gameplay, you don't really get to see that, right? So I think that would be really freaking cool if they did a Kimoshi 2.0. Oh man, and made her just so much more involved in actual gameplay, like competitively. Anyway, you don't have to have a unit be competitive for it to be fun. Sorry, I should be clear about that. There are plenty of fun units that can be used in other scenarios and gameplay that don't have to be competitive. But anyway, regardless, this is Raylan. Sorry, for any of you that think she's not, it very clearly is. I mean, you've got those piercings in the wings, those holes in the wings that match the studs of the armored wings, because the other Jandar Kiri very clearly have feathered wings, and this is a feathered wing Jandar Kiri who's now turned against them into Utgar. You have the helmet with the fin, matches the fin from the webisode. You have the spear, which is an exact replica of the spear from the webisode. You have the amulet, which matches and is consistent with how she was taken over before and matches the webisode. And then obviously the comments by Carmine, right? I mean, he's basically letting us know, you guys get it, right? And then consistency from the past weeks. We've gotten heroes from the Storm of the Morrow who have continued into the next stage of Annihilation. So that's pretty straightforward in my mind. So anyway, let me know your thoughts, your theories. I'll listen to them, but I think this one's cut and dry. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys next time.